What's up, everyone? Welcome to today's video, and today I am super excited to share with you some information that I've kind of been having to hold on to for a couple months, and it's been really hard not to share it with you guys. But number one, we had to wait until Sam had paperwork, and number two, I do have people that I work with on that watch my channel, and he hadn't officially said anything to the co-op yet, so I had to just sit here and not say it. And y'all, it's been so super hard not to share it with you, but we have some really exciting news about Sam's and his job. Let's get started. So back in May, Sam knew that he was going to have to find something for the summer. That's typically how it is. In our special education cooperative, we are not paid the summer months. We got a check in June, and that was our May pay. We're paid a month behind. So for the month of June, we were fine. It's the months of July, August, and September that typically are the roughest. Sam knew he had to find a job, and he graciously told me that I did not have to find a job this year because I was co-directing summer theater once again. Back in May, we went to the temp agency. He put in applications at both Team Employment, which is a temp agency, in both Newton and McPherson. And I tell you, this is a God thing, because Newton never once contacted him. The only one that contacted him was the one in McPherson. He went in, and if you guys know Sam, you guys know Sam in t-shirts and pajama pants, or t-shirts and shorts, t-shirts and jeans. Sure. But if he goes out to interview for a job, when he interviewed for the job, he went over in a suit, a dress shirt, a tie, and dress pants. He really confused the kids that day at school because we did have to leave early from work so he could get to his interview, which lasted all of like 10 minutes. We were waiting and waiting for the placement. And finally on the 15th, the 14th, which was the day before our last day of school, he got called and said, "Hey, we need you to come in on the 15th. And so the 15th was a half day for us. It was our last day of school. And what Sam didn't know which was his last day at the school permanently. Yeah. Sam got back from doing transport, and we jumped in the car and hightailed it over to McPherson, where he had to do a UA and finish filling out paperwork and all the things for the job. And then he did not start until Tuesday the 19th because they needed...
I got a one-day summer break.
He got a one-day summer break because they needed to finish putting him in the system at the hospital, and it takes about 24 hours to do that. So he was hired to work in HIM, which is the medical scanning, where he was scanning in paper records to digitize them before they moved to a new computer system July 1st. So in the course of this, they also realized that Sam has a degree in business administration, and he is a whiz at math. One of the girls even called him the math magician at school. Not gonna lie. I can give him two numbers and he can automatically do the math in his head. He's like, his brain has like a adding machine consistently going in his brain, and all he has to do is like look at numbers and his brain just starts functioning. And that is something that he never lost, even through his stroke, or what the VA wants to call it, is temporary muscle movement that they can't explain, or loss of movement that they can't explain. But about the middle of June, they approached him and said, "We think we'd like to keep you. Is that something that you would be interested in?"
Where do I sign?
Sam, I don't know if you heard him in the background. He goes, "Where do I sign?" Sam enjoyed working at the school, but it wasn't his passion. And we both have always said that our job should have passion. You should be excited to get up in the morning and go. You should be excited for what the day's going to bring, not, here I go to go do a job so that I get a paycheck so I can pay my bills. I never wanted Sam to feel like that. And so when he came home and broached to me about, "Hey, they want me to stay. What are your thoughts?" My thoughts were the same. My comments have always been, "Is that what you want to do?" So then it became a waiting game. And they're like,
Yeah.
well, hey, you know, we're going to be switching over to Meditech, which is the new program that the hospital is going to July 1st. So hopefully by Monday the 6th, we'll have something for you. Crickets, the first week of July. Crickets, the second week of July. Crickets, the third week of July. Telling you at this point, I was getting a little nervous. Our back to school Infinitechs were due July 26th. Sam still didn't have them done. He didn't do them at all. He just kept going, it'll be okay. They're going to get me something. The last week of July came. He finally got told, hey, we're going to have something for you next week. The week of the 3rd, crickets. And I'm sitting here going, well, what are we going to do? I didn't say anything. He didn't say anything. We just kind of ignored it. Monday the 10th of August, Sam, last Monday from when you're seeing this, Sam shoots me a text and say, hey, I am going to be late coming home. I don't know how late I'm going to be, but I'm going to be late.
I haven't seen the doctor yet.
And he's like, he told me on Monday that he told me on Friday the 7th that Monday the 10th he was going to be seeing the doctor because they needed to do a physical, they needed to do some things. So like the week of the August 3rd, the first week, there actually was something done. We're like, oh, there's movement. And then they scheduled his appointment for the 10th, and the doctor was like the only one on call. And I'm like, he's texting me. We're texting back and forth. It's like 4:30, and he's been texting me for like the past hour. And I'm like, are you in the waiting area? Are you in a room? He's like, I'm in a room. I'm like, why don't you pop out and go, hey, is everything okay? Well, once he did that, like 2 minutes later, the doctor was in there. And I go, I swear they forgot you were there. But he got all that taken care of. And then on the 11th, he's like, hey, I'm going to be late again. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. You know, I get it. There's a lot of stuff going on. And he texts me and goes, I have papers. And I'm like, what? He's like, I have papers. So, in the midst of all this, back on July the 5th, I went with my mom and dad up to Riley. And I start getting texts, hey, because I don't know how it got out. But someone told someone who told someone else, and it wasn't me, that Sam had applied at the co-op. Now, Sam had to contact a couple people to get references. So we don't know if someone just started talking or what the exact situation was. But so in the midst of Sam trying to work, and they're texting me, hey, and Sam had sent in a notice already, but no one could find this email. So he had to send another letter, and it stated that he wasn't coming back. In the middle of this, it was just a mess. But finally got all of it cleared and taken care of. And as of the 17th of August, Sam is working full-time in finance at the McPherson Hospital. So he's very excited about that. He's getting to use his business administration degree. I am very excited because all of his office stuff is out of our living room and kitchen. He's been collecting some different art and decor and things because he has an office, and I get to see it.
I have my own office. I don't have to share.
He has his own office with his own bathroom. I get to see that. Do I get to see that when on the 20th or in September at the open house?
I figured it's Saturday when we go over to Save and Share, so that way when nobody's there.
Yay! So I will take like a spin of his room for you guys so that you can see what it looks like when he gets it all put together. He does get a new desk, and he's supposed to get his desk.
It's supposed to be in tomorrow. I heard that for all week last week, so I'm like, well.
And tomorrow being the 17th. So, I'm super excited for him, and I know y'all are too. He has earned this with everything that he has been through. I am super excited that, you know, we aren't having to worry about what comes next. Like, oh, well, what is he going to do next summer? Or what's going to happen next summer? Is this
I'm
same...
gonna work at the hospital.
Right. I know what he's going to be doing. I know what he's going to be doing 365, 5 days, 7 days a week. So it has been a journey this summer. And like I said, we have wanted to tell you, I've wanted to tell you, Sam's doing some other things. He's working on the bedroom. We've been wanting to share with you guys for a while, but we wanted to wait until everything was official and signed, and I know he's happy. I know that he is, it is what he has been wanting to do. And hey, getting to actually utilize his degree that, you know, paid for, also a good thing. So
VA paid for.
VA paid for. You paid for it with 3 years in the military. Or more. 3 years active duty and
a bunch of years in the Guard.
And a bunch of years in the Guard. So shoot some green hearts in the comments for Sam. So I am super excited for his new journey. He will be, the hours are going to be a little different than what we had over the summer. And so I guess I can kind of be thankful for that. We got to sleep in a little bit during the summer. He has to be to work. He works from 7 to 5, Monday through Thursday, and then some hours on Friday. And there's still kind of, this is a brand new schedule that's starting as of the 17th for everybody. They're rolling out some new things. So they're supposed to work 40 hours, and I know that's 10 hours, and that's 50 hours, take away 5, that still leaves 45. So that's why we're still not quite sure, like, what is actually happening overall. Friday, he may work till 5 Monday through Thursday and be able to get off early at noon on Friday, which is great for him because he could go play around at golf if it's not super hot, and then come get me from school, and we go to watch a football game or go do whatever's going on Fridays. But dinner will start being a little bit later. That's why I'm going to, and I mentioned it in Monday's video a little bit. I kind of just glossed over it, that Sam's new job would be paid bi-weekly, and that is why, because Sam has a brand new job. And so things are still, anyway, if he has to be at McPherson a little before 7, we're just backing everything up an hour. Our alarms will start going off about 4:45 in the morning, and then he'll be able to get up, shower, eat breakfast, and be out the door at 6:10, and then be able to drive to work and be there in plenty of time. And that gives, and we also have, right now he doesn't leave the house until 7:10, and so like I said, we just backed up the alarms. And so if it's like, hey, it looks like it's gonna snow, or oh, it kind of, like the weather is looking a little weird, maybe you need to go ahead and leave, or hey, maybe one of the things that he is going to be able to do eventually is work remote from home. And so that will be something that he will be able to look forward to being able to do, like on days where maybe it's just not advisable to drive to McPherson, and not because of Sam's driving, but because of other people on the road. So, or like maybe it's just too icy or something. So that is kind of what we know at this point. And obviously we'll give you guys kind of an update down the road once, you know, the system starts kind of working, and as we get into it a little bit. But super happy for him, super proud of him. I'm sad for me because it was really nice to be able to get up and ride to work with him in the mornings and chat, and know that like I get to see him in passing in the hallway, but I knew it wasn't his passion, and this is his passion. He is coming home super happy. He's coming home relaxed. Even if it was a struggle at work and something, he's coming home happy, and that is important. So that's it for today's video. Like I said, put green hearts in the comments for Sam, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.